You have some really good questions about a heart-shaped uterus. The technical name for it is a bicornate uterus, and it looks just like a heart. The top of the uterus is indented slightly to resemble the shape of a heart. And of the general population, there's a ton of different uterine abnormalities that can exist, and only about 3% of the population has some sort of abnormality, some of which are severe and others that aren't quite so much. Of the 3% of the population that has an abnormality, about 5% of those women have a bicornate uterus. So it definitely, I work on labor and delivery, and we see it, every now and then. It's not super rare, but there are some risks that can be associated with it that we always keep in the back of our minds. One of which you mentioned is preterm labor. And you're exactly right. It's the shape of the uterus. It makes things a little more cramped and squished, and it's kind of like the turkey timer just pops sooner. And so the babies want to come out sooner. So that's definitely a possible explanation for the fact that your last baby was preterm. And if you've had a prior preterm delivery, then you are at higher risk for having a preterm delivery next time. There are other risks associated with it, such as malpresentation. That means that your baby's not head down in your pelvis because they're not quite able to fit right with that little indent in the uterus. So it's more likely that women with the bicornate uterus will have breech babies where the head is up. So that's always something that we kind of keep in mind. As for what can be done about it, this is a good question for your doctor, and they can tell you if it's worth looking into it a little bit more. There's certain tests that can be done if they feel like it's a severe case, and in severe cases, surgical repair can be done. But again, this would be a decision that you'd have to make with your doctor, and they can decide if it's worth looking into or if it's just worth monitoring you next time you get pregnant and watching for signs of complications and managing them if they arise. But those are all really good questions. And again, ask your doctor if you have any more specific ones. But if you have any other questions for me, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Intermountain Moms, and recommend us to your friends and family too.